think the thing is especially as people get older in their jobs and they want to get into trading and they want to start a business is like, damn it, I should have did that when I was 18 or 19 when I had nothing to lose. Now I can't do that. I got kids, you know, I got a beautiful family, like people that rely on me. Like now, whenever I do something or dive into it, it has to be like, I can't really fuck this up. Yeah. When I'm 21, I can fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know, what am I going to do? Go sleep in my car? Now it's like, oh no, now I got 3 other people that'll be sleeping in the back seat while I'm in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't mess that up.
What is up, everybody? We are on the Trader Society podcast again. It's me. It's Derek Vandy, and we have Grant Hardy.
Yes, it is also me, Grant Hardy.
We're going to be interviewing Grant today on, trading, life, a little bit about himself.
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to learn some new things, too.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
I'm
It's
excited.
going to be fun. So let's get started here. First of all, Grant, what is your favorite thing about Forex, my man?
Man, the freedom that it can give, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do it, you can not do it, you can take it however you want. Not just that, like it teaches you so much about yourself.
It really does.
Like if I would have never gotten into this space, I would have never learned more about me, the way I react and think and emotions and what's important, what's not important, because the uncertainties that are coming, like, oh no, am I going to lose a lot of money this month or this trade? Like maybe I shouldn't go buy that, or am I going to make a lot of money? Oh, yep, I can go buy that. Oh, wow, I've been doing really well. I'm going to go buy that. I'm still doing well. Oh no, now I just took a downturn. Maybe I should like chill out on what I'm doing and reevaluate. So like it teaches you a lot of control, over, I feel like, yourself and what you're doing a lot of times.
I'm going to have to agree on that, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot you learn about yourself when you're in drawdown. There's a lot you learn about yourself when you're in profit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Grant, what's the biggest challenge in life that you've faced lately?
Biggest challenge?
I know you've had some challenges.
Life. Honestly, it's we might have to edit a little bit because I need the moment to think. I'm gonna take a swig to this to become more loco.
Yay.
What's the biggest challenge? All right. Biggest challenge in life that I've faced lately is finding like what I want to do to balance between, because like right now I have all the time in the world. It's like too much time, right? Mm-hmm. But I've also gone through a lot of big personal challenges that were really bad in the beginning of this year that I like worked through. And now I'm like on the tail end of it that I've gotten through it. Now it's like, oh my God, I have time. I have a family. I can do what I want to do, but I need to balance still what I want to do with family because that's what I want. Like, I don't want to, I've been, head into a career and forgotten about the ones that I love. And I don't want to do that again because I have a tendency to obsess what I care about and love. So it's just finding enjoyment in what I'm doing. Like right now, music is a big thing that I want to do, but I have to come up here and play late. And, next thing I'm going home and it's 3-4 in the morning, because I can't play during the day. It's loud.
This guy can smack too. He's good. He's good.
So like, I want to pursue that and I have no ambitions financially with it really. It's just like passion, that I want to do. But then it's like, trading, business, it's just, I'm honestly like a little emotionally drained with everything that I've dealt with. Like I've dealt with so much this year that some people take a decade to go through. And, with emotions and finances and traveling and things that I've had to do. and I've been emotionally drained. So like right now it's finding I'm not going to say care, but the like, okay, I need to just stop with not having anything to do and just go fucking do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
No, it does 100%. But I get that. Like sometimes you need those resets, right? And sometimes, like honestly, where you're at, I can totally understand that. Like you're emotionally drained. You've been through a lot. And that takes away from being, and you're the type of person, I'm sure, like when you do something, you go in with it. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, are you at that point right now where you can put your all into what you want to do?
Right.
You know?
Well, I am, but it's like.
Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah, but like right now, like I don't want to start another business. I don't want to add that responsibility on. I don't think it's fair to me and other people because it's like this. Sometimes we get caught up in this. I got to make money. I got to grind. I got to do that. Well, guess what? I did that. Now I don't have to if I don't want to. And right now, like, I'm not going to say the mental state to do it, but I guess the mental state to where like, I don't want to do it. So if I do it now, I don't want to disappoint anyone. Yeah. So I'm just going to like kind of have what I have and continue through, I guess you could say growth. It's been growth. Like all of it's been good because I've come such a long way, but it's just finding the next steps and what I want to do. And I don't think it's Forex. I'm always going to do Forex, but I don't think it's Forex. So it's just like this weird, I don't know phase.
What do you think your passion is? Like, what's your purpose?
Purpose?
Do you know that?
I think I have a good way of perception and perspective and explaining things, and I'm very level-headed and reasonable. But I also have I feel like I have a voice, and I have a way to lead people and make people, not make them feel bad, but like understand. And it only comes of a perspective of like I've been through it, so like I want to help. So I think honestly with music, I know it sounds crazy probably because so many people say that and it's such a hard industry, but I feel like I have a voice in a way with words to where like I can help people, even if like whatever I write or make with, Chris, that like I can give people an understanding that they didn't realize that they needed. And I feel like I'm a good leader in that sense.
I like that, man. That's really cool because, like, honestly, I mean, there's a lot of people that rely on music for a lot of things, and the way you guys have been crushing it lately, it's pretty cool to see.
It's weird.
It is weird, but it's like, I think you guys got to start just going full on with it.
You have
a good team.
Yeah, we have been. We had the people around us, and like, again, it's like it's like something that it's a project. There's one thing that I've learned this year. One of the best lessons is like, whenever I chased the money, instead of building the product right and making sure the service or product was right, everything crashed. The moment the money was chased, everything crashed. So like, I want to apply that to everything that I do now. Like, the money is there, it's important. Like, yes, that's the goal. Don't leave money on the table, whatever. But as soon as that becomes the focus, you lose everything.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's kind of interesting how that is.
This got deep.
It got deep. Okay, so this kind of goes off question one. What do you think are the most important lessons you've learned within Forex?
In Forex?
And this could relate to life, too.
Most important lessons in Forex. You don't make any money until you close.
Yeah.
And you don't lose money until you close.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you got to, it's just they're like, you got to strengthen your intuition. That's like a muscle or something in your brain that you have to work out. And there's so many ranges of emotions and things that you have to overcome. And it's not just something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be real with yourself.
Dude, that's the biggest thing.
Don't lie to yourself.
You cannot lie to yourself in Forex.
About anything.
About anything. But especially if you're trying to make money with Forex, you cannot lie to yourself. You have to just like, it's either, and there's been many times where it's like, dude, I don't want to close this trade, but I know it's what I have to do, and you just got to freaking do it because you can't lie to yourself. Oh, you can, you've been in the market so long, you can see if the market's going to keep dropping or if it's going to keep rising. And if you're in a trade that's on the opposite end of that, a lot of people have the tendency to just hold that.
Mm-hmm.
and because they don't want to take that loss. And I think that's just being honest with yourself. Like, okay, I'm going to take this loss, but I'm also going to, like, I have to close out. Otherwise, you know, who knows what happens next.
Right. Yeah, it can be rough. We're good.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty good.
It could be pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right. Why do you think so many traders fail?
They don't really care about it to do it.
Really? You think that's why?
Yeah. I mean, you do it or you don't.
Yeah.
You know, you can sit and learn and either becomes like a hobby you do on the side, or it's like, are you going to do this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, when I do something, I go all in.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I got good at trading. That's why I got to where I'm at. If you don't do that, then you're not going to, I mean, you may get lucky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what happens when you get lucky and then you get cocky and then you're going to lose it all, you know?
Exactly.
So
I think that is one of the biggest things too. It's like this isn't something you can just go half in and like expect to be good at it. Like
anything.
You either got to go, if you want the good outcome, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, the people that are going half in it, that are like, oh, I'm going to do this on the side and I'm going to look at it for maybe 30 minutes a day. These are the people that are failing miserably. And then they're asking themselves, like, why? But these are also the people that fall off in 9 months,
right.
You know?
If you take the perspective out of, like, treat it as a job, treat it as a business, and you take out that perspective, but you put in the perspective of what does it mean to be a professional?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you go to an NBA game, an NFL game, whenever you go see, you know, your favorite artist, or you know, what did it take for that person to be a professional to get to where they're at? Because they don't just like sit and show you trend lines or something, right? Just going back to Forex or a pattern. They're in there. They know how to set up, you know, MetaTrader on their computer, not just their iPhone. They know all the patterns, the colors, the indicators, what everything means, what it works for them, why it doesn't. You know, like let's just say Mac Miller, for example, right? Like he could play the drums, he could play the guitar, he could rap, he could mix, produce, master. Like it wasn't just the music that he made, right? It was everything else that went behind the scenes that people don't realize. That's what you have to do and learn to become a professional. So like I'm done with the perspective of like, you know, grind, hustle. What is it going to be for you to be the professional where people want to learn from?
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is with that, like the people that are like actually up front and like people follow and are like the leaders of the industry of Forex, like I think by doing what they're doing, it's making them far better traders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they do the signals, they do the courses. Those things make you better. They're doing one-on-ones. Like that's like back testing.
Teaching and doing what we did, you know, with the lives and calling that pushed me so much further. Because if you can't do it and explain it, you're not good at it.
Exactly.
You're not a professional.
Mm-hmm. And I think people rely too much on people teaching them. Mm-hmm. And once they step outside of that, like I think it's important to have a good mentor.
Yeah.
In this industry. But there's got to be
anything.
Yeah, exactly. But there's got to be some point where they step off and do it themselves. Otherwise, they're just going to keep on like relying on their mentor when it's like, no, you have to absolutely like make it your own thing. Otherwise, like you're never going to be that professional status. I don't think.
Right.
It's why like people in groups like, oh, okay, the best student always usually eventually does something to help the mentor.
Right.
You know, they just keep going with it.
And if you're closed-minded or you have too big of an ego to where you're not going to listen to anyone else, then you're most likely not going to be at the position of being that leader in the first place.
Exactly.
Like you can't rule with an iron fist and, you know, I'm not listening to anyone. What I say works. If it works for you, great. And you should get to that point and be like, that's where I want to be because it works. Like you, if I were you, I wouldn't listen to anyone because you have a setup to where you can win 50 trades in a row and be done.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it works. So there's no reason to keep if I had something that was literally fail-proof, don't overthink it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But someone may not see the market like that.
Exactly.
I don't.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know?
A lot of people don't. This, to me, is just, like, it's obvious for me, but I've also been doing it for 7-8 years, you know? So it's like, I don't know any better. And it makes sense in my brain. Yeah, I committed to it. Exactly. Have you ever thought about giving up in Forex?
I mean, yeah, I give up all the time in Forex, and I go back. So like this is stressful. You're sitting here playing, you know, especially too, whenever like you get bigger and better, like you're not just playing with $1,000, $2,000 account. Next thing you have, you know, not a funded account, but you know, $80,000, $100,000, $120,000, $200,000 of your own money sitting in an account.
And essentially, you can
and it's your money. Like
essentially, you can just blow that with a couple clicks of a button.
Yeah, and I've done it. I've talked about it live on stage in front of, you know, thousands of people. And so, yeah, I give up all the time, and not give up, but like take a break. You take a big, take a break. Take a 2-month break. Who cares? If you're doing this to trade every day because you think you have to do it like that, you're doing it wrong. You're going to force bad decisions. At least that's how I've taken it. Someone else, you know, maybe they bounce back differently, but like that's just how I work.
No, I mean, that's the same thing as me. Like, if I have a big thing that happens in my life outside of trading, I take a step back. I still look at the charts, but I'm not entering trades because my emotional capacity at that point isn't where it should be in order to be a professional trader.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's important. A lot of people just want to sit there and be in trades every day when it's like, dude, what's going on in your life on the outside of Forex, like, that's making it easier for you to be emotionally capable to trade Forex. And I think that's super important to take that step back. Every time I take a step back, I always come back way better.
Yeah. And honestly, around like November, December since my professional working life, like I've only had one real job. I've worked for myself since I was 18. November, December, like I basically don't work.
Yeah.
For the last 8 years.
That's nice.
9 years. Like I don't work right now. I'm not trading. It's just like a reset at the end of every year, you know, and it works. I come back by February, March. I'm swinging, killing it again, back on track. But right now, this is like usually me time for the most part.
That's good.
And the times that I've worked through this time of year has always been worse, like later. So I'm just.
And
fortunate.
I also think entrepreneurs take a lot more stress than the normal person. It's like if we were just going to 9 to 5 jobs every day, it's like, okay, you don't really have to think. Like, I'm constantly working, right? You're constantly doing stuff. So it's like your brain never gets to shut off. Where it's like if you're going to a 9 to 5 job, it's like you can shut off your brain right after you get off work. You
can, but it's always what like you don't have kind of mentality, I feel like. And sometimes like I think it's so I think the thing is especially as people get older in their jobs and they want to get into trading and they want to start a business, is like, damn it, I should have did that when I was 18 or 19 when I had nothing to lose. Now I can't do that. I got kids, you know, I got a beautiful family, like people that rely on me. Like now, whenever I do something or dive into it, it has to be like, I can't really fuck this up. Yeah. When I'm 21, I can fuck it up.
Yep.
You know, what am I going to do? Go sleep in my car? Now it's like, oh no, now I got 3 other people that'll be sleeping in the back seat while I'm in the driver's seat. Yeah. You know, like exactly. I can't mess that up.
And that's stressful, especially as a man that like wants to provide for his family. It's like, that is stressful. It's like, my family, I have to put my family on my back. And if you're not doing what you need to be doing, or you make some costly mistakes, you can't do that anymore. You have like, you can do that at 21 when you don't have a family, but like, dang, now it's like, wow.
I work, honestly, I hate the saying like, oh, when a man gets comfortable, you know, that's dangerous. And it is dangerous when he didn't do what he knew he should have done and then goes and bets the house when he's older. Yeah. So like, I like that I'm okay and comfortable right now, because I know when my next move comes, like it's going to be good. It's going to be the right decision.
But you still have the best part about what you have is you still have your foot in the door in areas where you're making great money on the side. So it's like, you know,
I'm fine.
You're good.
But I put myself in that position because I took the risk.
Yep.
It just literally only listen to people that tell you not to listen to other people. Because if I would have listened to everyone, right, I'd have been fucked.
Yeah, for sure.
Because right now, if I had what I had, but not like the businesses or the freedom and, you know, everything, that I'd be screwed, because I'd be panicking like, oh no, I'm almost 30. Like I got to be doing this. And now I can pursue a passion project. Like this is the beauty about Forex and just everything in life is just make there's no wrong decisions, but lead yourself in the right way that you know what you want to do, because you're just gonna fuck it up later with regret.
You got to take that risk.
Did that follow the question? I feel like I got a little sidetracked.
You got. I mean, that was good, I thought. Okay. Do you have any morning rituals to start your trading off?
Define morning.
Or nighttime, you know,
no, there's no morning ritual.
No
Ritual. I just do it.
That is.
Can you read or not read? You know, kind of thing. At least with trading, like start looking at. Well, I'm gonna wake up and drink some tea and stretch. And
some people do that.
I don't know.
You don't got to do that though. But I don't think you have to do that for the pure fact that you do have incomes elsewhere. Like if you were just relying off trading, just off Forex, I think that you would have to put your mental capacity in a position to where it was relaxed enough to take on the trading day.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a perfect example. So the GTS that I had, right? So like number one, I'll never buy a car cash again. I'll always take a loan out. I had a wreck. It took me 5 months to get a lot of money back from the insurance, right? So I took a loan out on the GTS. My down payment was not money that I had, not from trading, right? But the monthly payments that I was making on that GTS was from trading, right? So trading was paying for that car every month. Life happens, things happen, the car sat, I didn't drive it, my trading went, not the best, not to where like, again, I could feel comfortable, like keep paying for this car from trading, because that was my rule when I bought it. All of a sudden, like I'm not trading as much, I'm dealing with all this personal stuff in life, right? It's like, I don't care about the car, I'll just sell it. Like just being real with yourself should be like not a ritual but a rule. Like, okay, like I'm not out here to impress anyone. I bought the car for me. Oh, trading's going down, personal life, screw it, sell the car. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You can't be attached to things.
Yeah,
that's a big thing, is you can't be attached to things like
could
that.
I have kept affording it? Yes, I could have, but like that wasn't
serving a purpose for you. You had your fun with it,
I wasn't doing what I told myself I was going to do.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, I quit paying for it from trading,
For sure.
Okay.
Okay, let's do, how much time we got left? All right. Okay, so what is one piece of advice that you would give to someone just starting out as a trader?
Just do it for you and the skill set. Do not pay attention. I'm not ripping on anyone at all in the Forex world, but don't get caught up in the bullshit of it. Like, look at the craft, because that's blinding. Literally, put on your horse blinders, get tunnel vision, go all in. Do what it takes to be a professional. Don't get lost. I get like have goals, but if your goal is to buy a Lamborghini, don't get lost in that. Because then greed kicks in. You put your blinders on, perfect the craft. Everything else will come.
Yep.
Exactly. And then along the way, you can finally be able to buy it. I don't even want this.
Yeah.
So do what it takes to be a professional, if that's what you want to do.
I like that. You have anything else you want to add to your?
I don't know. I've said a lot.
You said a lot, but he's done really good.
I'm done.
He's done, man. We're going to cut this one off. This was one of those episodes where you got to learn a little bit more about Grant. We got to learn a little bit more about trading, the ups, the downs, the sideways, the just life that comes with this.
We all go through it all, so don't think like you don't understand. No one understands, or you're alone. Like, we've all been through all of it. Some of you worse, some of you not as worse. There's no competition. Just do it. It's all beautiful, really.
Yeah, exactly. The journey's beautiful, man.
It is.
Anyways, don't forget, we got our hats, tradersociety.com. We got, what was that? Oh, you gotta
like, subscribe.
Anthony's
comment.
not here, so like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you gotta do. Follow us. We're loving it, people.
Yeah.
But
we'll see you guys next time.
We will see you next time.